All right, so we saw on the news, well, some of us who paying attention, the CDC then revised its guidelines. Saying that they had to, right? Because it was too many regular folks pointing out. Okay, now this part is just my opinion, but I would just say it was too many regular folks pointing out, like, why in the fuck, all the essential businesses. I even saw employees, you know, saying like we've been, Walmart workers, like we've been the whole time we've been working, just whatever the same way, you know, as basically they said why wasn't there outbreak in their particular store? They wasn't talking about the whole corporation. They talking about just going to work. They I guess they floor workers, maybe cashiers or whatever. I don't know the positions at Walmart. But the point is, they were saying, so why wouldn't there a outbreak? And you can say, well, it's cause they no. I don't care if you only got 5 people, 10 people, and they weren't even talking about the customers. They were talking about how the employee did themselves, how they really working side by side. Think about how you gonna unload a truck 6 feet apart. We ain't, they ain't that automated yet where robots do all the automation. I mean, loading, unloading. So you gotta, be side by side. You wear the mask and the gloves and yada yada yada. It might reduce, I'm doing air quotes. It might reduce, but no, if you're doing an 8 hour shift, it take 4 hours, y'all unloading the truck for 4 hours. So even with the mask, and the gloves. But my point is they ain't say all that. I'm just saying all that from, piggybacking off of their statement. And I have to, you know, say, from my experience working in warehouses and, I never worked at Walmart, but all of this places, construction, whatever, you're going to be close and like they say, you're not going to know what you didn't touch. You're not going to think about it. You ain't got time to be thinking about all this and hand sanitizing. It's too fast paced. You ain't got time for that. It's fast paced. You got to get it. So why ain't there no outbreaks? So I'm thinking this why it's not just they got new evidence or new findings. They had to like whatever. It's what's so frightening is that they thought this shit would scare people into giving up their rights and freedoms. And really, like they literally at this level thought they could take over the whole world with just like trying to guilt people. Oh, you don't care about your fellow neighbor. You want to go back to work. And I see idiots literally like this morning still in the comment sections. Just in the comment section, it don't even make you mad no more. Like, oh, these folks are, the gang stalkers, and they're trying to fool everyone. And now it's like simple. Do you not? It's not even. Normally, they had it. At least 2 years ago, they had enough people fooled that they could at least start an argument. But now their leaders then went into something that, like I said, it's like they chose on purpose something. At least for me, remember 3 or 4 weeks or whatever at the beginning, I said this was bullshit, and it wasn't because I went to college for science. But that's how I knew it was bullshit. They wanted it's like they wanted the ignorant people because they know it's more of them. No offense to nobody, but they knew they would be the easiest ones to rile up because they're gonna be like, well, the doctors and you basically, yeah, the people that can be wowed by someone in a white lab coat and don't ask questions. Just the doctor. He's a doctor. Credentials. This and that, and but not thinking like the rest of us. This gonna you ain't even have to like say it. I didn't even have to say it. You just know automatically there's gonna be people, just checking numbers, checking this, asking other scientists. Just like if you got a diagnosis, And if you don't, hey, like I don't know, they used to say it when I was a kid, get a second opinion. You used to hear the older folks, get a second opinion. You gotta go to another doctor, but the whole thing turned into healthcare. More about having be. So I guess back then, people could afford to get a second opinion. You know, and when I was a kid, you don't hear that no more. Get a second opinion. Nowadays it's he's a or she. Like it's it. It is what it is. You know. It is like you knew people were gonna be checking these numbers. I don't care how much they tried to lie. And okay, so I was talking to someone earlier, and I forgot. Normal people, and I'm not. It's not a put down to this person, but of course they didn't know, and they got their mask on and all this, and it's like they just regular. They don't check, and that's what they were banking on, and they thought it was more than enough. They thought it was more than enough, and like I said, I'm not putting this person down, and I already know they was part of the gang stalking thing, but uh, like I said, they didn't even do enough to warrant whatever. Except for it, I don't even think her response, had to do. It really was and it's not even pulling wool over their eyes because they just aren't taught to ask questions no more. Back in my day, I guess I'm happy. That was before they tried to kill the inquisitiveness of the kids. You know what I'm saying? And back then you were encouraged, and the teachers encouraged you, and your parents and your elders and your family members. You know, now that's not encouraged. So anyway, you already knew this was there's no way. I'm like, wait a minute, fucking sixth grade biology class or seventh grade, whatever. When you dissecting a fucking frog, all of that shit. Is like, wait a minute, fucking middle school biology class. I ain't got to be a scientist to tell me this is bullshit. And sure enough, weeks later, there should be motherfuckers soon. All the videos I made in the last 4 weeks, instead of people coming out here doing the same gang stalking shit, but the only difference is they costume change. They got a mask on and some gloves. You should have seen people pulling their relatives out, especially the older ones. Ambulances pulling up and they're in full mop gear. If you know what mop gear is, I don't know the civilian term, but they in mop level 4 and shit. Or basically for the civilians, the full gear for like in one of the movies, the CDC where they got the but anyway, they should have been in mop level 4, coming in, pulling people out, because this is a pretty large apartment. Most of these apartments full of people. So we should have been seeing all type. Hell, I should have been stopping. I should have made a video. This is my last video. I'm in the hospital. you know, Shit, I should have been posting the video like that, a couple of weeks ago. Well, I guess I was wrong. It got me, shit like that. No, you don't see nothing like that. Nothing. The hospitals literally across the country empty. Motherfuckers losing their jobs, can't pay their fucking rent for this bullshit or mortgage, car payments, insurance, kids the first thing. And y'all still walking around with man supporting these people, and why I say that, because that means you support them spiritually. The governors that's still pushing this shit. To me, that says you support that shit. That's what it's really showing. You in solidarity with these motherfucking treasonous people, and you support their tyrant them tyrants. Literally, that's all it is. Fucking tyranny. And you support that. When you announce that to this day, you walking around with all that shit on, you're not worried about your safety as far as health and not catching this. And like I said, they been busted them weeks ago that they were padding the numbers, falsifying the numbers, labeling deaths. the one doctor who came forward, doctor, not a patient. Oh, I was in the emergency room, or not a, maybe a receptionist at a hospital. Well, I overheard, something like that. Not even a nurse, not even one of the orderlies. Seriously, the janitor. You're like, well, what's the, like, he overheard, or making a recording, he's nothing. The actual emergency room doctor is coming forward. Like, no, and this was weeks ago. Like, no, they you know what? Hell, and you can say really it could be a number of things, but maybe it literally did just fuck with him. Like, man, we can't be sitting here lying. He has to label a death as a COVID death, and he knows, oh, they told me to use my best judgment. This and that. He knows they're fucking lying. He like, hell no, I can't do this. And you don't see that. That's another thing. The person I talked to, I asked them, and they literally, I don't even think it had nothing to do with that part. They literally like, no, I didn't see that. Of course you didn't see that. Normally, anything that's supposed to be groundbreaking news. That's supposed to be, everybody, all of them jumped on it. None of them. None of them. None of them. It was a local ABC station, ABC New York, and weeks ago, wasn't New York supposed to be the epicenter? Ground zero. Oh, it's just so many people. Bodies stacked on bodies. Just looking like, whatever. Just body bags off the body bag after body bag. So why didn't that make the national, the worldwide news? None of those big companies, MSN, CNN. It's been 3 weeks or whatever, 2 weeks since that interview. None of them. None of them picked up, not picked up on it. No, they suppressed it. They suppressed it. Y'all better quit fucking with these folks like that. What I mean, fucking with them being on their side. I keep trying to explain to you, this is not no cool shit where you think it's just a back and forth and you can win, with a smart mouth, like this is some kind of, that's what all of that whack ass shit. I saw it back in the 2000s. You're like, what this got to do with any of this? I'm telling you, it was to brainwash y'all, especially if you only in your 20s. All them whack ass movies, them little whack ass MTV shows, all of that whack shit where it got making it cool to, the battling, they battling each other. That shit was never gangster. They never said it, and that's what I'm saying. That's why y'all like, oh, y'all just mad because they no, it's like you stole our style and turned it into some kind of happy time shit, y'all in the circle and laughing. Oh, your shoes are so busted, oh yeah, oh, you got served and all that whack ass shit. I'm telling you, y'all still thinking like right now, and I ain't even talking about people that's on that. What I'm saying, y'all don't understand. See, that's what I'm saying. They done fucked your heads up. Anybody else, you already know, what time it is. Nobody has to tell us what time it is. And you ain't gotta, you already know if you did something or if they did something, because you know what's right. Basically, y'all don't know what's right. You don't have to be white. You don't have to be black. Y'all don't know right from wrong. And it's like, y'all still thinking it's a joke and talking, I hate that, like I said, to say that phrase, talking back. Because y'all go, I'm a grown man. That's not what I'm talking about. I never had to say that in my life. I'm a grown motherfucker. Nobody ever had to, never. White, black, cop. Nobody ever put me there. None of my NCOs, none of them. And you ain't got, and trust me, you ain't had to, that's why you're mad at me. Because I never had to bow down, back down. I never had to cower. You know when you fucked up. Yeah, you get that, oh, I fucked up feeling. But what you do is you don't fuck up no more. Not y'all. Y'all was, oh, you can't. No matter what, the person can be the same race, another race, you don't want to hear it. Same age, older. But hey, like I said, y'all don't understand. The folks ain't playing with y'all no more. It sucks to be y'all. I know that much. It's like, but it's just, it's nothing different, okay? If you say so, if you can see what I see, and we looking at the same thing, and you don't see what I see, all right, then don't see. It ain't even, I didn't It is not, like I said, it's not, y'all still on that who's right type of shit, trying to be right. That tells you right there. Again, you was too worried about who's right. And if you was like us, like you try to pretend to be, you wouldn't have never be worried about who's right. All you care is, oh shit, that nigga is right. Matter of fact, thank you. You know what I'm saying? You owe a lot of, like I tried to explain to y'all motherfuckers, you almost feel guilty because he gave it to you for free. The info. Like, you looking, really? And y'all know, y'all want money and shit like this. No, you don't know what's valuable. Knowledge is power. And what? You just told me? What? And this shit works? Oh, shit. Thank you. No, you dead serious. No, shit, you can't believe it. Like I said, motherfuckers might have told me shit decades ago. I still feel like, that's why I always, when I pass it on to somebody else, I make sure to tell them, hey, I ain't thinking this. Somebody told me this way back in 19, whatever the fuck. In the 90s, yeah, it's true. It's always true. See what I'm saying? But instead, you want handouts. That's, you want this and that. Here, give me some money. I'm telling you how you gonna feel better, how you gonna feel like a man or a woman, and won't have to say I'm a grown man or woman, but still at the same time you got your hand out. And I'm telling you, you're not a grown man or woman if you got your hand out. Now, if you really in need and help, trust me, ain't nobody, because first of all, our instincts gonna kick in. We might get scared, we gonna get scared for you. So we ain't thinking about putting you down and trying to outdo you and make you feel bad. No, we trying to fix the fucking situation because we probably horrified just as much as you are. We ain't thinking about, I got to show up. No, I got to fix, we got to fix this shit quick, fast, in a hurry. Or if not, I know somebody who can. Hold on, stay right there, don't move. But this tape finna run out. I'm going to be back later.